Hey guys, it is Sharon back with Little Britain Company, and today for today's Christmas crafting video, I'm looking for names. I have a cute, oh my golly, it's so adorable, little memory book that can be either something you put in your purse. These would also make fabulous ornaments for a tree, something to gift out to family members. We're going to get into it in just a minute. I want to show you. This is actually the one we're going to make today. And I think it's got it upside down. It is so stinking cute. And this is the one that I made before. So I'm going to show you those in just a minute. Before I get started, I wanted to show you today's earrings. I don't know if you can see those. Let me put something behind them. This is the one that says my favorite color is Christmas lights. They're so cute. They're so fun. They do disappear in my hair, though. I will say, because my hair is so dark. Well, you know. Sure it is. Do I have any stories for you today? I'm knocking the camera around. Well, the story is about this video that you're about to see. I actually filmed the video for this several days ago, but I had another one loading. Another one that I had done, and the other video was just taking forever. It took like 5 days to load into YouTube. You actually, you put it together, you do all the editing, then you load it, and that video just wasn't loading. So I didn't want to do any more. I didn't want to finish the editing or do the intro to this one until I knew what was going on with YouTube. That's all done. You all saw that video. It's already been out for a day or so. So today we're going to do this one. I will tell you, I'm going to tease right now what's coming up. So July, we're like halfway through July. How can we be halfway through July? We're more than halfway through July. I'm going to be sad with when my Christmas, Christmas and July videos are done. But, then I'm going to jump into Halloween. It's a win-win. Excuse me. So the next thing I'm going to be doing with you all, and I actually don't know the order anymore. Excuse me. We're going to be making earrings. I'm super excited about that. I promised doing that. So we're going to do 2 different types of earrings. One, super, super easy. The other one is still easy, but involves a few more steps. And then, and here's what I thought, and y'all tell me, let me just correct that camera. It just drives me nuts. Y'all know that. This is where my OCD comes out. You all tell me. So my thought for the for one of these videos coming up soon, is one of 2 things. I can choose, choose some different card designs and then just see how many cards can I make with a 6x6 pack in 1 hour, doing a little bit of prep work. Or, yeah, that's it. No, I was thinking, or I can get on and just kind of do kind of a craft along. It probably wouldn't be live, but I would simply start making cards and then kind of see how long that takes to make X number of cards, maybe 10 different card designs. And you all just kind of hang out with me as I sort of talk through it. It would be lengthy, but please, please, please let me know. Which one would you rather see? 1 hour where I just try to see how many cards can I make in an hour with a 6x6 card pack, or start making and then just sort of see where I get, see if I can get through like 10 designs. But that actually could take longer than an hour. And the design would be different. And I have already made a few cards. I'm really enjoying doing some of these card makings. This is with an Echo Park pad of paper. This is Christmas Magic. Actually, I think you can still get Christmas Magic. This one's not quite done. I want to add some dots up here. And this guy. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about doing some cards. I will say this is only 2. This was 6 cards. This took a little bit of time, but I've laid out some other ones to move faster. Anyway, you let me know what you want to see next. I think take a vote. Yeah, let's do a vote. Let's do a vote. Okay. You have 3 choices. Card designing, we'll figure out what kind. The earrings next, or do you want to see I can't think. Just card card design, earrings. Oh, or the pencil cases where you do the little, where you make the little treats, the pencil treats. Because I know I had an ask for that. I'm still going to do all three of those. Which one would you like to see next? Which one sort of triggers your tripper and makes you happy? So let me know. Cards, pencils, earrings. That took a lot longer than it should have. All right, that's it. That's all I got for you. We're going to move on straight into these adorable little brag books. Okay, so here is what I always say, okay, don't I, when I start something. Here's what I'm talking about. Isn't this the sweetest little thing? I'm really tickled about the way it came out. This, by the way, is that wrapping paper I've been using in some of the past tutorials. And I'll try to link all the other Christmas and July tutorials that I've been doing. This is just so sweet. So I put in a little Velcro piece here to hold it closed. It's a little brag book. Decorated the inside, and then this goes out and you have just how many pictures do you? I don't even know. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on one side, and I think 9, I think it's 8 on the other side. So you've got about 17 cute little, 2-inch by 2-inch pictures that you can put in here. It's just such a sweet little thing. And you could certainly decorate the inside or do more with the outside if you wanted to. You can also decorate directly to the outside. So we could put like a little piece right here instead of the belly band. The belly band, I will say, is a wee bit redundant because we already have, the closure going on there. But I just thought it was cute. It is. There we go. I just thought the belly band was just really sweet. So you could do one or the other, truthfully. You wouldn't have to actually use the Velcro if you're using something like the belly band. So we're going to get started and make another sweet little version of this. And again, I'm going to be using some wrapping paper, and I'll show you how I'm going to do it. Put that one over to the side. I am going to actually grab, let me start with, oh, see, I should have had all my materials laid out. So I'm using this really cool wrapping paper, and I got this, as you can see, from TJ Maxx for, I don't know if I paid $4.99 for it. I might have. But I just love it. I love the seashells, and it's kind of perfect for Christmas in July, don't you think? You got the seashells and stuff. So let's go ahead. I will tell you, Little Miss Cupcake is losing her Little Miss mind right now. All right, here we go. I am going to be using this Recollections cardstock. This is 110 pounds. It's really nice and heavy duty. So let me go ahead and get into that. I haven't even opened it. I have not even opened it. In anticipation of being here with you all today, I just waited. Which, I gotta tell you, is hard for me. I am not always the most patient of people. I try. I do try. And I think, all right, so this one is the Rose Petals. So this is the Rose Petals one. It's interesting because when I look at their colors on the front, and that's true for all of them. Oh, look at that. Enhanced species. Oh my goodness, Cupcake. So when I look at that, I don't think it always matches up to the colors that we get, but to me, I was thinking that this looked a lot more like an off-white, but it really does have a slight pinky tinge to it. So I think there's 4 different colors in here. Yes. All right, so which color to use? I am going to take a look at our paper again. Oh, Cupcake has knocked it over for me. Excuse me. There we go. Oh, gracious. I don't know if you can see, if you're getting a good color. You know what? Let me take it out of here. I'm going to have to cut it open anyway, right? So let's take it out of its container, and let me just cut a piece. I don't need anything huge. So I'm going to go ahead and open that up. Oh, you can really see how lovely that is. I know it's upside down, but wow, it is really pretty. It is also leaking glitter, which I was hoping would not be the case, but such as it is. All right, so we can do this against something like this light peach, this heavier pink. I could do it against white, but I was thinking I really wanted to do something. I think I'm going to use this very light, very, very light peach. I actually had planned on using a darker color, but I think I like this better as the background for this other one, because we're just going to have so much color in there anyway. Let me get this piece off. Well, that is so nice and heavy duty. Here, by the way, is the difference. So this is the Michael's Recollection cardstock. It is wonderful and quite heavy duty. I'm gonna put this up here. Oops, I'm gonna knock my camera around a little bit just for the heck of it. All right, so I also picked up, and this is where you start to see the difference in some of the cloth. I got stuff all over around my feet at the moment, guys. Just trying to get to it. So I had also picked up this 110-pound Astro Brights. Now this is fine. It's okay, but I will tell you, not all 110-pound paper is made alike. This is meant for copy machines. This is meant for cardstock. And the difference between the two is just, you know, this one, if I pick it up, there's not a lot of flopping going on. This one, when I pick it up, I don't think you, let me bring that out a little bit. There's a lot of flopping going on with this one. I picked this one up and it is still pretty stiff and straight. So just to explore that aspect of it, I'm actually going to be using this lighter one on the inside because it's lighter. So you would attach your papers directly to it, or your pictures directly to it. Also, this Astrobyte was, well, they were actually fairly comparable in price. Now that I think about it, they were fairly comparable in price. So, okay, so I'm going to start by just getting a piece here. Now this is really nice and heavy duty paper. And we've talked about that, but when I work with paper, when I'm doing something with a, oh my. Okay, something I did not realize is that this is in different sheets. It's not one big roll. This is sheets. Let me just take a second to figure out what's going on here. It probably says somewhere and I just wasn't paying attention. 1 second. Okay, so I just cut myself off a piece of the bottom of one of these sheets. It turns out that this particular paper wasn't one big roll of paper. It was actually sheets of paper. There are 3 large pieces in there. It's kind of cool, but I know that I want for the outside just a piece here. It's actually not going to be much of a piece. It's because it's small. Anyway, so I'm going to put that aside for right now. That one is prepped and ready to go, but let's go ahead and start making the base, and then we can move on to the next piece. Okay, so for my base, I want this to be 2.5 by 6 inches. So I'm just going to start with my 2.5. And then go ahead and get my 6. It looks so small, doesn't it? It does to me. It's like 2.5 by 6. And I'm going to grab my scoreboard. I really need to get myself a smaller scoreboard for my smaller projects, because my big one is just so big. That just sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? My big one is just big. All right, I'm actually going to grab this. I went and found my other tools. All right, so for the base, I'm going to score it at 2 inches. For some reason, I just like this one better. 2.5 inches. I think it is 4.5 inches. And 5. Okay. Easy. Ooh, gracious. Knock the daylights out of my... Cameras are just so much fun. Let me move that like that. There we go. It's a little bit better. All right. And now I'm just going to go ahead and do a quick score. Score, score, score. And I can move that back in a little bit. Okay. So right away, we've got our base together. It's so cute. It's just so stinking cute. Oh, let me put it in the camera so you can see what I'm talking about. All right, so right away we've got our nice little base. I'm going to tilt that a little bit more so I don't miss the camera as much. Now, that's the dog. This is a Rosa Kelly design, or at least I think it is. I've seen it in other places. I think it might have originated with Rosa Kelly. I'm not sure. But here's something that I do a little bit differently. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to also wrap my outer, and then I'm also going to do my inner with additional papers because I want this to just be cute. This would be the place where I would, if I was going to use a magnet, this is where I would do that. So I could attach a magnet at this point in time. I'm just not going to use a magnet. All right. So for my outside mat, it's going to go all the way around, and I'm going to cut that at 2 3/8 by 5 7/8. I think that's going to be the right thing to do. This is such a, can't get stuff. This is such a small project. Getting the dimensions down has been super interesting. All right, so I'm going to start by just cutting my 2 3/8 because I want to get that. All right, actually I'm not. I'm going to start by just cutting off a section of this so I don't work with anything quite this big. I mean, this is just a little bit big for me to work with, so I'm going to cut myself off a piece that is, you know, maybe 7 inches. I'm not trying to cut it straight. I'm just trying to, there we go. I'm just trying to get some of that away. I'm going to move that back a little bit too so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. I want this. I really want to see this. It would be lovely if I could see all of this, but that's just not going to happen, not with this particular, oh my golly, dog. She is really being rambunctious today. Okay, so that's my first one. So now I should be able to get 2 inches out of this. I'm going to line this up instead of pushing it to the end, only because I know that I haven't created a flat edge on that side. Wait, what did I say? I said 2 3/8. I'm about to cut it wrong, guys. Seriously, I am. All right, 2 3. I'm going to give myself a flat edge on this side just so I can run it up to the edge, which made me more comfortable. Okay, I almost did it wrong. Right there. 3/8. Now I'm going to look at that and say, do I love that? Because that's going to be on the cover. Now I have this piece I could also maybe work with. No, not really. That's just going to be a little bit too short. Once you cut off the informational piece here, I'm going to do that right here. Once I cut that off, I do have this lovely piece, but this is only just over 2 inches. But let's take a look. Because I did this once before Yeah, I actually think that's about right. I'm going to wrap it around just to see. Yeah, I think that's about right. Oh, that's so cute. And I'm pretty close. I am pretty close to being where I want to be as far as what's on the front of it. What do I want to cut off? All right, this needs to be 5 and... I'm looking at my... This needs to be 5 and 7/8. Right there. Oh, that's actually quite a bit. Really? Yeah. 5 and 7/8. Well, I've got plenty more if I mess it up, right? Right. Okay, let's kind of see how I did here. I'm going to kind of dry run this here. Oh, yeah, that's about right. I do like where that ends up. Okay, really, really sweet. Let me move that out of the way for a minute. I'm actually just not going to bother getting it to go too far because I know I'm going to need it almost right away. I will say that's a cute little piece, and I might put that to the side. I might be able to fussy cut around that and use it for something, because I would actually much rather have there we go. Move this over here. There we go. Yes, I somehow managed to stain my mat. I'm working on trying to get that off. Okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to line it up, and I'm going to just attach this. And I will tell you, I'm going to use my glue, my art glitter glue, because it's going to give me a much better attachment. This particular wrapping paper is pretty thick. I am not concerned at all about, whether or not there'll be some see-through here. What I would be concerned with is not getting good coverage on this. And yes, normally I would. Okay. I have glue all over my hands right now. All right. Sorry. Getting this where I need it to be. Now, if you're doing this and you're using the glue, make sure you have a really good quality paper that you're working with. And I'm just going to go through and I'm going to go simply refold where my folds already are. All right. So far, so good. I could also do it this way. Now, now it should go over like this, and I'm going to see what I'm probably going to look for is some kind of a shell, or I might take one of these shells, back it up on some heavy-duty cardstock, and then attach it here as the additional attachment. Okay, so that's it for the outside. Now, for the inside, I just have to kind of make a decision. Do I carry on with this? I don't really want the glitter on the inside. Glitter can actually scratch our pictures. So I'm going to, and in retrospect, knowing how loose this glitter is, although I love this very much, I really, really do. Because I actually think I might take some pictures of my mother and put them in here, but this would be kind of her thing, that all the seashells here. I need to, you can clean this up again. With this one, I would take a really gentle, and I usually keep them here, baby wipe. And then I would just really carefully clean that up. It doesn't take much, just a dab, just a little tiny wipe, and it's going to get rid of that little bit. I've got a little bit of glue showing through right there if you don't see that. So, okay, so next thing, I'm going to go ahead and do these inside pieces. Now, my inside pieces aren't quite 2 inches. So we know in this direction, I'm going to go ahead and do, for this little inside piece, and then I'll figure out this one. For this little inside piece, I'm going to want a piece that will be 2 and not 2 1/4, 2 3/8. So we're going to do 2 3/8 in this direction. And then I think I'm going to do 1 5/8. No, I'm sorry, 1 7/8 for this direction. So let's see, what do I want to put in there? I'd like something a little bit light. I know I've got some paper. I'll be right back. Okay, I decided that this would be super cute on the inside. I just really like that kind of gold stripe. All right, so here are the dimensions for this. I will write these up. I'll get them written up for you. I'll try to actually put them in a PDF. And honestly, if you have a chance, Rosa Kelly actually just put out a new video that is just super, super sweet. So if you have a chance, I would do that one. Okay, so just directionality wise, I'm going to cut this because I want my stripes to go in this direction. I'm going to do this one at 1 7/8. So right there. Actually, doesn't really matter. I'm trying to decide how to do this, how to make it easier. I'm going to go ahead and do the 2 3/8. Which is going to make it do that way. I've got to think, guys. Yeah. Anything directionality-wise, you've got to think once, think twice, think 3 times. Okay, and now this one's going to be 1 7/8. So right there. And this one is just going to be 7/8. So right there. That should be right. We'll see. If not, you'll never see this piece. Okay, beauty. All right, so that's going to go there. That's perfect. I'm not covering these other places. This is going to have the white fold out inside, the accordion fold out, and then this side is going to, this one's going to go like that. Those are just perfect. Okay, and for this one, I'm just going to use my wonderful tape here, because this paper that I'm using right here is actually a little bit on the thin side. So I'm going to get close to the edge. For this one, I'm not going to try to get on the edge. And it will, this is not going anywhere. All right, let me scooch that in for you. Is that too far? All right. I know that there's not a lot of border here. What I really want to do is I don't want my paper to be right on my fold. So my paper's down. Let's give it a quick score. And, all right, same with this little guy. try to get him just in the right spot. There we go. Oh, nope, too far. I'm not trying to make you dizzy, I promise. So when you open this cute little thing up, that's, you know, you get this beautiful paper here. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do the inside. And for the inside, I am using, this is still that 110 pound weight paper, but this is from, look at that. I bet I can make that go away a little bit. Not much. I'm trying to make the shadows go away. Okay, so this is the one that I got at Target, and it's 110 pound copy paper. For me, I think 110 pounds should feel the same. But I know that they are different papers and they're different, you know, we use them for different things. So this particular one is actually going to be, I'm going to cut it 2 1/4. So even just a touch smaller. I know that I could probably do 2 3/8 and it would fit inside here. But a lot of it's going to fit inside here. So I'm going to keep with the original 2 1/4. Because we're fitting a lot in there. And remember that, you know, once you add photos, there's going to be even more. And I do like to do too. I like to have extra. Again, once you add the photos, it just depends on how thick your photos are. You have to think about that. You may only want one piece depending on your photos. These days, a lot of us print out our photos. If I had one of those cute little handy printers from Temu, I don't have one of those, but they sell those, the ones that you print right away. They print in black and white, and they would be so cute to use those on the inside of this, but they would also be very flat. So it just depends on what kind of photo paper you're using. Okay, so with this one, I am going to cut these both at 10 inches. And I'm going to do them one at a time because I'm not good at cutting 2 at a time. It always seems to go askew when I try to do too much of it. Okay, so I got my cute little pieces here. Out comes the scoreboard again. Now, I will say what I really should have done was taken this and gone ahead and scored it before I cut it. That just would have been quicker instead of having to score it twice. Because I could have cut off a sheet that was, what, 4 1/2 inches. And then once, you know, score it and then cut it in half. And that just would make this go faster. Especially if you want to make a bunch of these, which would be so cute to do like a whole series of these. Wouldn't that make a cute new Christmas card for people? You know how sometimes you'll get cards from family members and they've done like a collage of pictures on the front of the card. Wouldn't it be cute to send them one of these and just, you know, a year in the life. And then they have this to kind of look back on, especially if they're in the pictures. I think that always, you know, makes a bit of a difference. If they're in the pictures or their kids or, all right. And this is super quick. It really is. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. Now it's time to create our accordion fold. And I will tell you, I am just going to, I'm going to scooch you in a little bit. I like to be very careful with my folding, because paper does, as I said, it goes askew. It travels, I think you could say. So when I'm folding it, I'm going to put it, I'm going to be precise with it. I'm going to put one right over the other. If your paper looks like you've got like I don't know how to put it, a raised edge. Let's see if there's one on here. Not really. But sometimes when we cut our paper, it looks like we have a bit of a raised edge to one end or the other. Just take your bone folder and run it along that edge, and it really will make a difference. So I'm doing the exact same thing to this one as I did to the other one. And again, you may just want one of these in yours. I do two because I know I do two. I do two of them for the extra pictures, because I know that I'm probably going to be putting printouts in there instead of, instead of having them printed out at a Photoshop, instead of photo paper, I guess. Oh, there it is. Can you see that raised, this thing? Can you kind of see that raised edge? All right, here's how I'm getting rid of it. And there you go. Like any paper, I'm just readjusting the fibers. All right. Now, I'm just going to look. They all look pretty close, pretty similar. I'm going to just do exactly this. I'm going to take one and put it in on top of the other, and that's how I'm going to attach these. And that's going to give me absolute full attachment. I'm going to, ooh, that was a big glob of glue right there. Wow. Okay. So because, by the way, here's one way to sort of handle a big glob of glue. I'm going to move that glue this way. Notice that when I put it on, I kind of scooped it towards this part. There we go. All right. So this one is ready. Put that back on. All right, so we've got this down. That's really cute. We've got all of this accordion paper going on. I hope you could see the last one. Sometimes I don't pay as close attention as I should to this. Now from here, I'm going to attach this to the inside of our little folder. Actually, I also want to make sure that it's going to fit. Yeah, this is just fitting on the insides of this. Okay, I don't know if you can see that, but I'm just going to do that. Remember, I don't want it on my folds. How do I want it to come out? Yeah, no, I want it to come out this way. I like it to come out this way, so the top picture opens it up like that, and then you can switch it around. So this is the one that has to get the glue. And okay, can move that up just a wee bit. All right. All right. We're really almost done. So you open it up and you have all these beautiful pictures coming out and back down. That actually would make such a cute Christmas card. All right, now the next thing that I need to do is I need to figure out my closure. And I have really two options here. I can make a belly band or I can do my attachment. Both of them are perfectly reasonable. I think that with this one, I am going to, you know what I'm going to do actually first? I'm going to decide what's going to go on the outside. And I think what I want to do is I want to see if I have one of these really pretty pictures that is separated enough that I can cut just it to be on the outside. Like, is that star? This is where I am going to take some time, and I hope that you don't mind. This is the part where I start to really get into, sometimes I might find a really pretty stamp or something to put on the top of this. For this one, I really think that I want to still incorporate in this gorgeous paper. So I'm thinking about using this guy right here. I'm just gonna play with it a little bit. Let's play with it for a little bit. think I can get both of these guys in here. Let's see. No, 2 of these is too much. I love the dollar. Blah, blah, blah. My brain is not working. Anyway, this one. I really love this one. I know there's a whole beautiful story behind that one. I do love the starfish. I think the starfish is going to be my better bet just because it's bigger. That's too bad. All right, but not too bad. It's just... So I'm going to fussy cut around this, hopefully. Hopefully I'll do a decent job of fussy cutting around it. Years ago, my parents would sometimes take us to festivals and things. They were always kind of taking us around, broadening our horizons, exposing us to different people and places, which was amazing. And we went to one festival where there was a Polish artisan doing paper cutting, which is kind of a well-known... I kind of didn't get that one right, but that's okay. I'm going to go around this way. I guess kind of a well-known Polish skill. And she was amazing, and she talked to us all about paper cutting, and she said the key was to never lift your scissors. That's what she told us. The key is don't lift your scissors. Move the paper, that's it. Move the paper, not the scissors. So I took that to heart. Okay. That is very sweet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a circle and attach this to the circle. Let me do that. Okay, so I got out my little Sizzix machine. I'm going to cut this down a little bit because I don't need anything big to go on here. And just going to sandwich it. Some of you have asked to see how to do it. It's really simple. You really just sandwich them together. And then you just roll it through. Now I am hoping that this goes and cuts through. Some of these Temu dies are very thin, and sometimes they need a wee bit extra. So that one did not cut all the way through. So before I move it, I'm going to take a piece of, I'm going to give it just, like I said, a wee bit extra. This is just, you know, that thing right there. I just want it to fully cut. That's not going to make it through. And this might actually even be too thick, but we'll see. No. I'm going to turn it around like this, actually. No, this is the right way. What the heck I'm doing? Okay. Too thick. Isn't that funny? So I was serious when I said it only needed just a touch more thickness to go through. So I cut that in half again. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's going to do it. Perfect. Now we have that perfect little cut. Since I've got it out, I'm going to do one more. Might as well. And I will tell you with this one, I'm just going to put a thin sheet of paper on top and see if that makes the difference that I needed to make, because the other one just didn't, oh, come on, didn't quite cut through. It was close. So I have had, both good and bad luck with the Temu ones. Some of them just seem to be really thin. On my bigger machine, I just use my additional embossing pad. So that worked. Just this teeny tiny piece. Okay. But I will keep that around. All right, I'll put my machine back over there. Sorry, I'm going to stop and just put it all back together again, because if I don't, something will get lost or misplaced. It'll be terrible. I will be so upset. All right. Oh, wow. That is perfect. And I do like the extra little rim that we have around it. Oh, let's push you all in a little bit so you can see that extra rim. So that is coming out pretty perfect. Now, I could have done a double mat. I'm not going to. I think that this is probably going to be what this one can handle. I'm going to attach just a little bit of tape here. I'm trying not to tape my table. Let's see, do I have everything? With this wrapping paper stuff, it does have a tendency to curl up. So you do have to be, careful. Let me get that. There we go. Cute. Cute, cute, cute. All right, I am pleased with that. And I'm going to attach it. What do you think? I'm going to attach it just to this side. So I'm going to hold this closed for a minute while I attach it. It's going to be about halfway. All right, making sure that I put it on the right side of the... You see, I was careful. I just don't want to glue the whole thing together. That's where I want it to go. Oh, good. I don't see any glue on that side. Cute. All right. I very much like this one. I like the way it turned out, and I definitely think this one is going to stay with me. I think I'm going to put pictures of my parents in there. They both loved the ocean. My father would not go in the ocean. He had a bad experience growing up, but my mom, she loved the ocean. Oh my goodness. Okay, I just had, there we go. Gracious. I'm looking for, I actually have ordered a new mount for my camera so that it doesn't do what it just did. Make you all dizzy. Okay. So here's what I'm doing right now. I know I got you in and out, in and out, in and out. I should just leave it in one place, huh? Let's take a vote. Who thinks that it would be better if I just, decided where I wanted it to be and I'll just leave it there instead of trying to zoom you in at times? Y'all tell me. All right, so this is very sticky. However, I want it to stay. So I am going to go ahead and just, on that side, I'm going to put a little extra glue and I'm going to put it right there. This stuff is heavy duty. I almost wish that I had done the magnet. I might do magnets in the future, but adding a magnet just really ups the cost of it, because the magnets are so stinking expensive. There you go. No belly band on this one. I will try to create a PDF, and if it's not with it that originally, go back to the video and I'm going to try to add one. So if you don't see it the first time you see the video, just go back and see if I've had a chance to create the PDF for it. But this is our little Christmas. Now, other things you could do. You could punch a hole right here on this side. It is unimpeded. I'm going to really carefully open this since my glue has not fully adhered. That was not good. Okay, probably should not have opened it. Okay, make sure that your glue is really fully set before you actually use this. If you're using the Velcro, if you're using that as your closure. But what you could also do is you could punch a hole right here and add in a rivet. A rivet? Is that right? And then hang it as an ornament or hang it from somewhere. I know that with the Rosa Kelly one, she talked about using this as a keychain. It is... That's not me knocking the camera. That's Cupcake jumping around. It is super fun, super cute. I do love this one. It's just super cute and super simple. Honestly, once you get the original, once you go through it once or twice, I think this is going to go just really fast for you. Just keep in mind the Velcro is going to keep trying to pull at itself. So in this one, you might want to consider using the magnet, but the magnets will get expensive. So if you're doing it for yourself, if you're doing it for your family, I just think that this would be so sweet as a cute instead of a Christmas card, sending someone this in an envelope, and when they open it up, they've just got all those great memories. That's it for me today. Once again, Merry Christmas in July, and I will see you all next time. Cheers.